Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. My name's Evan Olbricht and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 tips to take your surf photography to the next level. So all these tips are things that I've kind of come up with that I was like, I wish that I started this earlier, kind of working these things out or just knowing these earlier when I started surf photography. So I made 5 tips that I thought were the most useful and that you should implement right away to be the best surf photographer possible. So let's get right into it. The first one is understanding the surf environment. So this one is pretty easy. This one is just about getting in the water, understanding the waves, understanding if it's a reef or beach break and how that differs, and also just the location, because obviously if it's a beach break, it breaks a lot differently than a reef break and a point break. So you really want to be careful about that. And also if there's a pier, all that stuff, be super careful about that. And also just safety within the water, and that means like getting run over. Like you don't want to be in the center of the wave when all these guys are coming at you and you're caught inside and it's just like super dangerous and stuff, especially if you don't have a helmet. Or it's also like a territorial thing, because where I'm at in San Diego, there's a couple breaks where surf photographers are really not allowed, or you can kind of get like beat up and stuff. So you got to be super careful about that. So I feel like that is also a super important thing. So be careful, do your research before you go, and definitely like talk to locals because they probably know best. But yeah, that's the first tip. Second one is composition and creativity. So one of my favorite things about surf photography, having the housing in the water and just getting a ton of crazy cool angles. So like I have a couple photos that I've shot. One's actually right here on my wall, but it's just like I was under the wave and one guy did a big cut above me and I just looked up and got this crazy shot where like if you're on the shore and stuff, it's super tough to get shots like that. Or if you're in the water, you can get so many different angles. It really like is crazy. Like you can get any angle that you want just by being in different spots, which I think is just amazing and super different from maybe standing on the shore. But you can also get cool shots from that as well. You just have to differ from other things and like kind of like find unique positions. But yeah, I would definitely say with composition and creativity as well is using the light to your best advantage. So when you're in the water, it's definitely super tough. Like I've had some super harsh lighting where the sun is coming straight at you and these surfers are just super backlit and you can't even see them. So I would definitely recommend like planning out your spot before with the lighting and saying, hey, like sun's gonna be setting here. I wanna be shooting this way so that the sun is on the surfer's face so that it really brights it up instead of the surfer's backlit and then the surfer's just looks really dark in the photos, which usually doesn't look that good unless you're going for like a certain type of look and like the sunsets in the background. But yeah, that's definitely a super important thing and a super thing to like have fun with. Have fun with surf photography. Go out, even if you're like, oh, I don't have any ideas today. I feel like once you're in the water, there's always a bunch of like cool opportunities that come up. So definitely recommend that. And third thing is perfect timing and patience. So with surf photography, it's all about like sitting in one spot and just waiting for the photo. So what I usually do is when I get in the water, I'll kind of like watch the waves a little bit, pick a spot, and then depending on the lighting and everything and how the waves are, and then also what surfers are there, you kind of just find a spot to sit at and then make sure that you can like put yourself in the best position possible to get the best shot. And that's not saying like, oh, I want to like move around and stuff, like that's okay too. But for me, once I'm in like a good spot, find that spot and sit there and kind of just wait for the photo to happen. Because for me, I usually sit at a spot where it's like they drop in and then they do a big turn. And right where they do that big turn, I'm right here. So if the wave's coming this way, I want to be right here so that I can make sure that I'm getting that big turn and that first drop. And then I can keep following them, getting behind them as well, which I think is super important. But for that, you need to have timing and patience, and you can't just keep moving around trying to find other waves. Like if it's taken a while for a set, like just sit there for a little bit and just try to like get that shot that you're looking for, and don't just keep moving around or then you're gonna be mad because you missed the shot once the set actually came. The fourth thing is post-processing skills. So this is just editing, and this is super important. And I really wish that I started like getting into Lightroom and Photoshop when I first started, because I used to use like Instagram editing and like on the photos and stuff, and my photos got so much better when I started using Lightroom and Photoshop. Like it doesn't even compare, it's crazy. but it takes so long to like actually like get an editing style and actually learn how to use these. So get on it as soon as you can. Start watching videos, and I've actually posted some as well that you can watch, but just on editing and just learning how to use it, like what type of photos you like what colors you like, all that stuff is so important. And just learning how to edit your photos and not like overexpose them, underexpose them, or add way too much color, because then they just look like cheap photos, even if you're taking really good photos. And don't use Instagram or any of that stuff either to edit. Just actually use an app and learn how to edit these things, and actually learn like what you're doing to the lighting, all that stuff, and balancing that, which is just super important. And yeah, I cannot even say enough about that, because it took me like, I think I was using Instagram and stuff for like 2 years before I started using Lightroom, and it's just like crazy. Like my photos were like here and they just went way up here, and then I couldn't even I lost a bunch of those photos too because I didn't have the raw ones, because I didn't edit them at first. So that's just a big thing. Learn that really like post-processing skills, backing up those raw photos and all that stuff too, and shooting in raw is super important too if you're gonna do some editing. And the last one is just shooting as much as possible. So for me, I've been doing photography for like probably like 7 years now. It's been a long time. And at first my photos were just like kind of okay. They were definitely getting better, but at a slow rate. I was playing sports and stuff, so didn't have a ton of time to shoot. And once I got to college, I started working as a sports photographer at my school, so I still do that for athletics. And right now I started working for my surf team, and then just going out and shooting like really whenever I have a chance, like a couple times a week if the waves are good and weather's good. So just going out and shooting as much as you can, your photos just get so much better. And instead of like having this slow increase in better, it goes like this way. So like maybe in a couple months you're this much better, where if you go out like half the time, you're only this much better in that same amount of time. So just going out, shooting, and just having fun with it. I think like I'll even just kind of take random photos, even if I'm not sure if I'll like them, and just go edit them, see what I like. Even if I don't use them, it's still a good experience, and I'm still building that. But yeah, I think just going out as much as I can, and just like messaging people saying, hey, can I do these shoots for you for free? I've done that a bunch with surfers, and that's turned out really well as well. And most of those photos are actually in my portfolio right now as well. So just building that portfolio, going out as much as possible has just been amazing. So I would definitely recommend that. And yeah, that's it for the video. Hope this helped you. Let me know down below which tip helped you the most and which one that you're going to implement right now. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe for more. See you next video.